Hey guys, happy Friday. This is a Shenmue Dojo Friday evening chill stream playing. I can't even talk. There you go, it's Friday, it's the weekend, I can't talk. And I'm not even drinking. That's how bad it's got. I'm Matt, as always. We're going to play some Shenmue 2, and I have James with me. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, thanks, Matt. How are you?
Apart from losing the ability to speak, I'm pretty good. Pretty good. All good. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Thank God. And it's nice to have a chill, play some Shenmue 2, go through Fangwei's birthday a bit more, relax, enjoy the evening with the Shenmue community. What more can we want for a Friday evening? And just a shout out to Rhino as well, who has joined us as a member over on YouTube. If you haven't done that before, for a couple of quid a month, you can be a member on YouTube and you get all of the videos ahead of time outside the podcasts. So our Saturday videos that come out weekly, you get all of them ahead of time. There's about 6 or 7 of those stored up actually at the moment as well. So if you fancy that, any money goes towards the running costs for the site as well. And somebody called Skill Jim has just subscribed over on Twitch. Again, all the money goes towards the site running costs, competitions, and everything that James and I put together to keep the show running. But I'm going to hand over to James to talk us through a few little bits and pieces, what he's been up to, while I get Shenmue 2 all started and set up and go through the chat as well, guys. And thank you to everybody who's here tonight.
Hey, yeah. Shout out for you there, Rhino. Well done. So, what have I been up to recently? What haven't I been up to recently, Matt? Just said so about 4 times. We've come back from Gamescom, which was a blast. Really enjoyed that. My first time, your second time, amazing. Highly recommend it. If you haven't already, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat's seen the vlog that I put out, that I'm quite happy about, actually. I thought it came out quite well. Read Matt's articles if you're interested about Gamescom. And then, what day are we on? Friday. So Monday coming, like next Monday,
yeah,
and next Tuesday is when the Gamescom sort of podcast that we've recorded is going to be released.
Yes.
So if you want to, I don't know, listen to a bit more of a chat about what we got up to, and then a little bit about the news that Shenmue 3 Enhanced has been announced, essentially, with like a list of what's going to be included, and then also a bit of a chat about the interview questions and the answers from that interview that we did at Gamescom. Then, yeah, definitely check out that podcast.
Just a quick shout, guys, before... Sorry, my wife was trying to talk to me. Thank you to Sean Hastings, who's gifted a membership to Scribe over on YouTube. It is much appreciated. Thank you.
Good stuff, Sean. Nice one, man. Yeah, and then beyond that, so when was that? That was like 2-3 weeks ago now, wasn't it? The Gamescom stuff.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to work out my dates now. So last Monday, I got my certificate of eligibility back. So everyone that's followed the dojo and, you know, my channel a little bit, probably aware that I'm in sort of the latter stages of a move to Japan. It's been a bit of a hard process, I would say. Like,
busy, isn't it?
It's taken easily like a full year of quite hard work. Maybe it might be easy for some people that, you know, didn't have a house and a mortgage, you know, and a wife and a child in school, and a lot of things have had to change, kind of, in terms of me selling the house, which isn't as easy as that I've just made it sound there, because obviously you've got to put it on the market, you've got to clear out all your shit that you've got in there, which we had quite a lot of stuff. If anyone seen my office tour that you recorded, Matt, I got quite a lot of Sega stuff and whatnot. So cleansed myself of all my Dreamcast games apart from Shenmue, cleansed myself of all my Sega Saturn games.
Oh, that's hard.
Did I keep on? I don't know if I kept on. I was going to say apart from something, but I don't even know if I kept a Sega Saturn game, thinking about it.
I thought all of them went.
I think they did. And then I cleansed myself of all my Mega Drive games. Apart from Sonic 1, I think I did keep Sonic... Oh no, I kept Moonwalker actually. Maybe I kept Sonic 1, but I did keep Moonwalker. And yeah, just downsized quite a bit. Obviously kept all my Shenmue stuff because that is like my main love and passion. Everything went into storage. This for the shipping company. So that's kind of like the arduous side of the process for selling your house, and then it was on the market, I think last September, and then it kind of took until, I don't know, was it like April, May, June, maybe like May, June?
Something
June
like
doesn't
that.
feel that long ago, does it? But
Because it took about 3 months, something like that.
yeah,
Like from when you accepted the offer to then being out. So yeah, May sounds about right. 'Cause
I don't know actually. Yeah, because it did take ages, didn't it? Because we did get the offer in January, I think, because it was like, oh, because someone said at work to me, he put his house on the market as well, and funnily enough, it was like January the 1st, like after Christmas, someone put an offer in on his house. So I think it was a very similar thing where it was like maybe partway through January, someone put an offer on the house, or a couple of people did actually, but obviously in the end we went with the better offer. And yeah, it just took ages for some reason. That was mainly on the solicitor side of things. It's like the buyer's solicitor side of things. So it was like a 3-month process back and forth. And then we moved in with my mum and dad, which this isn't my mum and dad's house though. Yes. So this is an add-on to that in the form of a caravan. And then we've been here for like maybe 2-3 months now.
Yeah, something like that. Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Sounds about right. So that's the year in a nutshell. And alongside that, obviously I applied for the job that I'm going to be doing in Japan, which was a long, arduous process as well. I applied for visas. Well, I did the interview, obviously got the job. And then I applied for the visas with the company who was sponsoring. That's all sorted now. And it was actually last Monday, like I started this conversation off with, I got my certificate of eligibility. So the company sent that to me. And then they actually gave me like a 3-day deadline, which was a bit of a panic.
Wow,
so
okay.
I had to so I just had to go off work with stress because it was like I got to figure out how I was going to get this visa application sorted within like 3 days. Consider like accommodation, because that's the next thing you have to do, and obviously flights, and obviously dealing with like some of these companies that are in Japan, time difference from the UK, it's between like the hours of midnight and 9 a.m. that you could probably speak to someone in Japan, because it's like a 9-hour time difference, if that makes sense. So if I went to work, I wouldn't be able to speak to anyone because I'm up at like 5. I'd have to like stay up at past midnight to speak to anyone.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit difficult in that sense. Don't know if anyone's still interested, but so last Thursday, I managed to get an appointment to take my certificate of eligibility to a Japanese embassy. So these one in London and there's one in Scotland. London was fully booked for a month, and obviously I got this 3-day deadline. I did message the company and I was like, there's a month
wait,
yeah, like a month wait on the London embassy. What do you recommend, sort of thing? You got a cutscene here. Oh, then is this learning that move?
Yeah, wild throw.
Move. Yeah. He recommended like speaking to an agent for a fee that can help speed up the process. So just on the off chance, I just checked Edinburgh, which is where the other embassy is, and that there was like one appointment on the Thursday, which obviously was in that 3-day bracket. So I took that instantly, went up to Edinburgh last Thursday by train, which wasn't too bad actually. It's only like a 3.5-hour
That's not bad.
trip.
Not bad at all,
not
really.
Bad. And I did it through TrainPal, which I'm not giving out an affiliate link here, guys. I'm just recommending TrainPal because I think it's a really good app. I managed to get a train that was like pretty much ideal timing, really. I think I left here at 6:45 in the morning and got in Edinburgh at 10:20.
It's pretty good. Not bad.
And it was £45 return.
45
so
quid.
Banging.
You couldn't do it on fuel for that.
Oh, definitely not, man. No, it would have cost, I don't know, probably 60 plus, 60 to £100
yeah.
fuel. Went to the embassy, handed like all the documentation that we require, which is like the certificate, the visa application, which is a separate document, and then they hold onto your passport for a week. So she was like, "Come back in a week."
Bloody hell!
And it's also £16, which is, I don't know, nothing. It almost seems like, why would you even charge at that point if it's only 16 quid? So then I booked another train while I was there yesterday, which was like Thursday just gone, to go back and then collect the visa. And actually the visa, they just sort of, it's almost like it's glued, like Pritt stick glued inside your passport, which is quite interesting. But it gives you a year in Japan now. So as soon as I land, the year triggers apparently. So I need to go to like someone at the airport. I'm gonna have to look into it a bit more where you have to go. But apparently they hand you a residentiary. What is it?
So residential pass, something like that. Visa, residency visa. Is that it?
Residency. That's the one. Residency. Yeah. Which means that you sort of like technically a citizen of, well, not a citizen of Japan. That's going a bit too far.
But you're living there, aren't you?
You're living. You're living in Japan. You're working in Japan for a year. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Came back. I had a good day in Edinburgh actually yesterday, Matt. I went up Arthur's Seat with my dad.
I have been up there.
Been up there.
Yeah, Edinburgh's a really nice city. We went there for our wedding anniversary last year. It's a really, it was cold and snowy when we went, but it's a really nice city. I'd recommend it. Hilly, but really nice.
Oh, everything's on a hill. It's like mad.
Yeah.
Did you do Arthur's Seat then?
We did. We did all of that. We went to the castle. We were there a few nights. So.
Was it cold?
It was bloody free. It snowed when we were up there.
That's mad.
Bloody freezing, I tell you. But it's a beautiful city. Beautiful
slippy
city.
then?
Yeah. Oh god, my wife was pregnant at the time. Not like heavily pregnant, but she was pregnant at the time. But you're going up these like hills, and they've got railings to obviously when it's icy, and we're like, she's clinging on to these fucking rails. You think if she falls over, Christ.
Yeah. Well, I've done it in the past, but doing it yesterday, I forgot actually how sort of like there's no designated correct path. There's a path that gets to sort of the bottom of the peak, but then the peak is just like every man for himself. There's no real
you just sort of
way to get up there.
Oh wait, you bastard.
Which was quite difficult. There is like a railing thing, like you said, but it stops at one point. But if anyone else has done Arthur's Seat, it's pretty cool. It's not a massive mountain by any means. I think it's supposed to be an active volcano. But yeah, really cool. Some good views up there. My dad's like 70, so he did really well to get up there. It was a couple of times he was like, he almost gave up. And I sort of
encouraged him.
Yeah. And he was like really happy that we did it in the end, which was nice. And then yeah, back at work today. And I actually finish work now, so I'm in tomorrow. And then I'm in my last 3 days, or next Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, wow,
and then that's me.
Christ.
And it's been really cool because I did a Facebook post in the group where I work, like the area that I deliver to, just sort of saying bye to everyone because I've been their postman for 10 years now, which is a long time. So you're like, yeah, so everyone's got to know you and, you know, you're a familiar face sort of thing. And I wasn't expecting many replies Like, I never use Facebook, so I don't really know if anyone still uses Facebook. But it, like, blew up, man. It was
Yeah,
insane.
if you look
I
in our
got, like,
Discord, it's
200
in
comments. Yeah, 200 comments. Nearly 600 likes. All from, like, the people that I deliver to. And then some lady who's, like, part of this knitting club, she knitted a postbox topper of me, and it says, "Thank you, James." There's a Japanese flag on the back. It's just insane. I just couldn't believe people would go through so much effort. You know what I mean? It's really nice.
She must have knocked that up pretty quick as well.
She has, man. Yeah. I'll see if I can show a photo.
Bastard.
Oh, you go. These. She actually wanted a photograph of me
Ha
standing by
ha.
it today.
That's cool.
Is that showing up okay?
Yeah, I can see that. It's in our you can pop it in our Discord as well. You can see it.
Yeah, so that's what they've made on the top of the post box. Maybe a bit too bright, I don't know.
Yeah, you can see that.
You get the idea.
They're cool. I like
That's
those
pretty
post boxes.
cool.
They
That's
were
nice.
massive around COVID, weren't they? Those toppers.
That's true. Yeah. Apparently, she does like quite a lot of them around the area. So
Fair play.
must be very busy. It's like nice. It sort of keeps everywhere looking quite fresh and seasonal. Like she'll put out like an autumn themed one and Easter bunnies and stuff like that over Easter. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't really feeling sad about leaving work, but like kind of now I'm feeling a little bit sad about it all because people have been so nice to me as I'm leaving. But it's nice. It's nice that, you know, a job like that can be so appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've been there a long time, which, like, I don't know, people respect that, don't they? And I said this in the good posties, worth their weight in gold.
It's true, that is, man.
They look after your packages, they put them in the right fucking places and all that, you know, those little things that matter.
Yeah, and there's like a community vibe to them because, you know, like me, I speak to people every day, so, you know, people by the names almost, so there's like a neighborhood watch type of thing going on. Like, I can be aware of things that are different, if that makes sense. So, like, there was like one day where there was like just a dog just loose running around like this road, and I knew whose dog it was because you know what I mean. So I sort of like shooed the dog back into the house, and the door was wide open randomly. They'd sort of gone out, and I think the door had blown open, or they hadn't shut the door properly, and the dog was just loose. And I managed to get the dog in the house, shut the door to like not properly shut it, because I was thinking like, well, what if they've just sort of nipped out and then I'm locking them out? So I just sort of shut it enough and then knocked on the neighbour and like said, I've managed to get the dog back in the house, but you might want to keep an eye on it, or let them know that the dog was loose. But these like little things like that you sort of like, that is not technically part of a postman's job, but you know, you see things every day, don't you? So it's a little bit different than like an Amazon driver who's just gets assigned to like random stuff.
Yeah.
If you've got a postman that delivers constantly to the same addresses every single day for year upon year, yeah, definitely try and, I don't know, get him in your good books or something. But yeah, that's kind of me, Matt. That was, I guess, all I've got to talk about in terms of what's happening in my life. Exciting. It's intense, but
Kept you busy,
me
that's
busy.
for sure.
Definitely.
Now this
And
random...
then, like I was saying about accommodation. Sorry, man, you carry on.
I say this
I just
conversation
mentioned
here.
Master Chan there.
Yeah, you don't see this very often, but it's quite a cool little conversation here that links into the comic. But your next job...
What was the actual thingy again, though?
They're talking
Did
about
she actually mention,
how Rio knows Master Chen.
and did she say that's my uncle or something?
Yeah, it says, oh, it's Uncle Chen.
Which I think, right, like in the Japanese translation, it's not actually your uncle. It's just like a term of endearment.
So now you're sorting out accommodation. That's the next step.
That's the next step, yeah. I was inquiring with a property, but I couldn't tell you the exact reasoning behind it, but the owner has cancelled that. Says doesn't feel very comfortable dealing with someone that hasn't lived in Japan before or something.
Okay, very strange.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a common thing that I'm going to have as I apply for other properties, but that's the first. Ooh, right. Let's let this play out. This is what we're actually here for, guys. There you go, she called him Rio.
We're in business, boys.
So does Rio know it's her birthday, or is that...
Doesn't Eileen mention it to him?
Yeah, but have you had that yet?
No. Date-wise, I'm in at the end of February. I'm the 28th of February.
I think it's a leap year as well, is it? From memory. Yeah, I don't know. That seemed a bit unusual to me. Like, I feel like Rio should know that it's a birthday before that scene. But maybe not. I think it's cost... Does it cost like 500 yen as well?
Something expensive, yeah.
Ah, okay. 150 yen. Or Hong Kong dollars, rather. Which you've got a lot of.
Cheat engine for you.
There we go, a brooch, Matt. Exactly what Fang Mei was looking at.
I've got to save close to this anyway, so I'll capture this for the channel a bit later. And I'll save now, so then I've got...
Just to show our hands in the chat, guys, who had not seen that cutscene before?
That'd be interesting.
Was that news to anyone? Yeah, was that news to anyone? That Fang Mei was looking at a brooch in a window? What's the brooch for? Stick around, you'll find out. Stay tuned.
Right, let's carry on. So,
right, let me give some shout outs, guys, for everyone that's actually joined us. Just been chatting a lot about what's been going on in my life. I mean, Matt, before we do this, what's going on in your life, man? How's things with the little one going?
Definitely not as exciting as your life. She's 3.5 months old now, which is scary.
Crikey, that's gone quick.
She's getting bigger. Definitely developing a little personality. She knows what she wants. She started swimming lessons with my wife. She's doing those.
Oh, lovely.
Well, I say lessons.
That is good to get in, yeah.
She's done that.
Get them while they're young doing that.
And she's doing something called monkey music as well, which is like a music class for babies, which she started today. So that's quite cool as well. She's just growing. She's had reflux, which hasn't been fun. So it's quite difficult when she eats to keep it down, and she's she struggles with her tummy. So that's being looked after at the moment. But yeah, I mean, work's work. I'm still working. Chaos. Academic year's back in, so it's absolute fucking chaos everywhere at the moment.
True. Yeah.
So, but yeah, not a huge amount. Work on the site. Finish the podcast off on, I think it was, I want to say Sunday or Monday. I finished that off, so that got all done. And then I'm playing through Mafia Old Country at the moment. I need to finish that as well. Then I think I'm going to go on to Shinobi, then Metal Gear Solid, and probably Gears of War.
Some good games there in that order.
Keep me busy. But yeah, that's about it, really. It's just been one of those sort of plod along, keep going sort of scenarios.
Not too bad, bud. Yeah, I was playing a little bit of Shinobi. I say a little bit. I'm probably about halfway through it, I would have thought. The way it felt like I played enough that it feels like I'm a good portion of the way through the game. Great game.
Does, yeah. I've played the demo. It's a decent game.
Like to sink more time into it. So we were wondering about getting that cutscene right with the frying pan.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking, Matt, is obviously you're doing Chow and Sign stuff now. Do you not do a Chow and Sign somewhere else, and then you get a note that says "Come to Mammo Bistro at 6" or something like that?
You might do.
And that's where that cutscene starts.
I can't remember which one it is. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm getting stuck in the door. I need to get some new fucking thumbsticks for my Xbox controller. Actually, the rubber's started to wear on them. It's annoying.
Okay. We've got the duck, the boy duck thing. You could do that. Depends if you want to go for all that stuff, all the different charms.
Why not? Because I like some of those cutscenes.
They're pretty cool, aren't they? You got the Poison Brothers ones as well.
They're quite good fun.
But yeah, I do think there might be another Chow and Sign somewhere that leads you back to Mammo Bistro. If anyone in the chat knows. Right, let's get to the shout-outs. And yeah, let's say hello. So we've got Shenmue Village, Rhino, Butterfingers, Sean Hastings. I might actually read your messages as a shout-out. So Sean Hastings, good evening. Just pop by, say hi. Back later if you're still on. So Sean Hastings has come and gone, by the sounds of it. Richard Cartledge, evening guys. Hope everyone's good. Sevish, happy Friday everyone. And you, Clunky Mage, is in 2. Abdullah's in. Let's get Shenmue 4. Village has started playing Shinobi, actually. Great game.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. Anadil was in. Missed you too. Thanks for joining. Keep going down. I'll try and get through this ASAP. Scribe, evening lads. Matt got baby brain. Lack of sleep is real.
Yeah. It's intense.
Ouch, the Saturn games. Yeah, that was quite painful to be honest. But I replaced everything with Terra Onion modes. So, although one of them wasn't working, which I still haven't actually got that sorted out. Customer service is dog shit from Terra Onion. Would not recommend them at all, actually. If you can get one of the products from like a third-party place, like I know there is, I think it was like an American website. I probably should have ordered it from them. I forget what they're called. Stone Age Gamer, something like that maybe. That sounds familiar. Order it from a third party because directly from Terra Onion, there's literally no customer support, and it doesn't work. And they've been saying since last July that they'll get back to me. That's just a joke. But the one that I used in my Dreamcast works. It's got every game, like every PAL game. It's got some US games on there. It's got some Japanese games on there. So that was kind of like in replace of all the games that I did own at one point. So technically still own them, but sort of gone fully digital for the Dreamcast. The Saturn, what? I did buy something for the Saturn, right, Matt? Did I not get the same thing you got?
You bought the Sega Saturn Saru that goes in the top of the cartridge slot.
Yeah. I did, didn't I? I did.
That's really good.
Yeah, because I downloaded all the games. That's right. So again, replaced. Yeah, so I could do with getting rid of this bloody Terror Onion thing. But yeah, I did. That softened the blow, essentially. And then I do plan to collect Japanese games in Japan. I think that might be quite fun.
Yeah, they'd be
And I
easier to
love
get
the box
hold
art
of as
of some of
well.
them.
Yeah,
Like the Mega Drive games. I would definitely like to start collecting Japanese Mega Drive games. Yeah, let's get back to this thing, guys. So I can feel that knife plunging into your heart with each sentence. We've got Badish Ente. God, I love the music and work as peer. Shenmue Village says, I'm just glad things worked out for you, James. Rhino says, the icons on screen look like a thought bubble coming out of Skill's head. What was on the screen at the time? Can you remember?
It's just the buttons, the icons. If you...
These things?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That side I should have pointed. Always mirrored. George says, Yok Mingzen. That's one of his characters, isn't it?
Right, let's go carry some books and do some more Chowan sign.
That scene then with Fang Mei, is that a similar thing to the Shenhua stuff in 3? Like she's got a little bit close to Ryo, waking him up?
I think so. I'm sure it changes.
Did look a little bit different from memory, that scene just. Clunk says, feel like I've seen him somewhere else but can't place it. He's talking about Ming Zen, I think. Trying to remove him from a game, I've lost interest in him. Burnt out. Clunky says, oh really, I thought he was going to be the main character. Shenmue Village says, Edinburgh is in Scotland, I believe. Very factual. Clunky Mage, my mum was born in Edinburgh. I really need to go and visit her one day.
Highly recommend it.
What? Visit your mum or visit Edinburgh? Ginger Fairy says, bonjour.
Welcome.
Judge Kitchen says, Zhongquan rather, is the lead with Wei Zheng getting equal time. 3 leads was too much.
Fair enough. See the point there.
So nice, James. Did you get to see the Landy and Joy prints I made? So you're talking about the little figures?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, the little 3D.
With the fingers.
They're in our Discord
Really cool.
if you haven't seen those.
Yeah. Postbox ladies are the best. We have some around here with all the national events.
Yeah, there's a few around here that do them as
Really
well.
nice.
They're really cool.
Yeah. I think there's the Facebook group for that as well that they're all a part of or something.
Some like national Facebook group.
Probably. Hope it all goes well for you, James. Thanks, Richard. Very exciting times, man. Wish you nothing but the best. Thanks, Clunky. Hey, gang from RooTubers.
I think you're down to the bottom pretty much.
Just talking. Yeah, I think I am actually. Yeah. So Fan Made birthday is where we're up to.
Brilliant.
So for the first time this year, never done the birthday side quest before. And Village has just started Shinobi. All right.
Which is a banging
There we go,
game.
guys. All caught up.
Banging game, Shinobi. I will get to it once I finish Mafia, which is a very good game actually. I will say that. But I don't have anywhere near as much time as I used to, so it's trying to squeeze in games where I can. And what did people
Constantly
think
tired.
of the? Oh yeah, I'm constantly. I was sat there about 4, 5 o'clock this evening. I was falling asleep. I don't know how I'm awake now.
I was the same, to be fair. I had a little coffee, and then I had a shower, and then all of a sudden perked up a little bit.
Here's a question for everybody: who watched the Nintendo Direct? Because I was at work, so I didn't. I had it like I had like an update on my screen, but I couldn't watch it properly. What did people think of it?
I didn't see it live either. I didn't even watch it properly, to be honest. I had it on mute, and I just fast forwarded through all the footage. But I mean, I guess for a Nintendo thing, it seemed quite good. Longer than usual.
An hour, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if everyone was expecting like 10 brand new games or something, but there's a couple in there.
They confirmed a release date for Metroid 4 as well. I think it's December the 4th. It's for fucking on the 4th, of course. So that's another
Was
fucking
it?
game.
See, I already thought they had a release date for that map when we played it the other week.
They didn't show one, or I don't remember seeing one. Anyway, it's a good game though. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Like I probably will pick it up.
Yeah, that is one game I would pick up actually. Once I get my Switch. And then what else did they show? There was like Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 as a collection type of thing.
Yeah.
Upgraded for the Switch. Or Switch 2 rather. Don't know. Not
Mario
my cup of tea.
Mario Tennis was a Yoshi game as well.
That looked good. But are these all old games or are these new ones?
So Mario Tennis is a new game, but they've done about a million of them. The Virtual Boy and the accessory they're making for that's a bit
That
mental.
looks cool.
Like I might buy one just for the nostalgia purpose and the fact they probably won't be around for very long.
Yeah, that's true. And I've never played a Virtual Boy in my life, but I do like when companies take a little bit of a risk like that. And well, I don't know if it's a risk, but it's something unusual, isn't it? Like you don't really see many peripherals these days, like back in the day where you get like a fishing rod controller, you get like the Seaman microphone and
Get everything, don't you?
maracas, light guns, steering wheels. You only really get steering wheels these days, and they're like high-end
Yeah, like with
racing car
pedals
setups,
and
aren't they?
all that sort of stuff.
Maybe a flight stick you might get these days, but other than
Yeah.
that, there isn't too much crazy stuff. Like I think back to bloody Steel Battalion map. Remember that controller that had like 40 buttons?
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck do I do with this?
You know, that was a risk. A 40 button controller on the market. So yeah, I do appreciate it when companies do like something quite unusual like that, like a remaking the Virtual Boy. What do you think it'll be? Do you reckon it'll just be like a red lens
I don't know
given
what.
the effect?
I don't know. It looked like a proper piece of kit. I haven't sat down to read it and look into it properly. I haven't had the chance, but I've just
It's quite cheap though if it's got like a
like
screens in there.
66 quid or something.
That's why I was thinking it's probably more likely to just be like a red filter and you put your Switch in front of it somehow. And hui.
There we go. Get off.
Anything else take your fancy, Matt? Nintendo? It was like DLC and stuff, wasn't there?
I mean, there was like,
And then there was some third party
they've
stuff they
announced
showed.
DLC for Pokemon, which hasn't even come out yet. Bit weird there, but overall, I thought it was okay. I might pick up the Mario Galaxy games. I am definitely going to pick up Metroid 4 though, because I was really impressed with that when we played that at Gamescom. So that's cool. Yoshi game, I'll have to see. I'm surprised they haven't like announced like a Luigi's Mansion or a proper Mario game, but I don't know what's going on. Nintendo are a funny company. They're just a weird company with some of the shit they do and how they go about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all right. It was okay. Like, I'm waiting for the rumors are there's going to be a PlayStation State of Play at some point within the next couple of weeks, right, floating around. They want to show the Wolverine games, the rumor.
Okay.
I'll be very interested to see how that pans out.
I was sort of leading up now to the next show. Is it the Game Awards? Is that normally like October, November-ish?
So you've got Tokyo Game Show, which is end of September, early October. Then
And they're announcing Sega titles there, aren't they?
They
Four
are.
new Sega titles.
So with Virtua Fighter 6 will be there. I think Stranger Than Heaven will be there. I can't remember what was in that diagram they put out.
It's the new Sonic Crossworlds.
That was it.
That was on there.
And then there was like a load
Maybe a Persona game or something. Was
yeah. The rumours is you're going to get Yakuza Kiwami 3. That's a rumour that's floating around.
Did you say that rumour? Because I mentioned that the other day on the Sega Lounge show, and no one else had heard that rumour.
It's been
so
kicking. It's been kicking around on the socials.
I wondered
quite
where
a
I
bit.
got that from.
That's been kicking around quite a bit on Reddit. So whether there's any proof or truth to that, I couldn't tell you. But so that's there. I'm trying to think what else.
So Persona 3 it was. Persona 3. And the other one was Persona 5X something.
Well, we already know Virtua Fighter 6 is going to be there because they've already said that.
Well, this is Virtua Fighter 5 Revo they've got on this.
Yes, because
so you reckon coming soon will be like Virtua Fighter 6?
Because they've already announced it. That's going to be there.
Stranger Than Heaven.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I wonder if you'll get like one of the new energy titles, like a Jet Set Radio or something like that, pop up.
That would be sick, wouldn't it? They have been ramping up the Jet Set Radio stuff recently.
Like to the point
Over
of
the last few months,
that might well release at the end of next year, from my personal guesswork. I could be very wrong on that, of course. I will get it, of course, but we'll see how it all ends up. Yeah, trying to think. Well, then you've got the Game Awards in December.
Oh, is it December? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And then you're back on the cycle of the new year, where it all goes a bit quiet.
Yeah. Which I'm all here for, to be honest. I don't mind a little bit of quiet period. I can actually catch up a little bit on some stuff.
And then, obviously, at some point, Shenmue 3 Enhanced.
I suppose we can lead into that if you want, Matt.
Well,
Talk
we
a little bit
can,
about that.
because obviously we went to Gamescom, spoke to him, which was brilliant. Great fun. Waiting on more news from that. Obviously, Tokyo Game Show. Might be a possibility
Possibly.
of something there. I don't know. But that would be cool. And obviously, there's hopefully a nice ramp up. The Steam pages will go live soon, hopefully. Start wishlisting that on the PlayStation Store and everything else. You start wishlisting there. And the big thing here as well is, in have obviously basically confirmed to us in the interview, they're going to do collector's editions. So what do people want out of
physicals,
them?
didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of physical stuff, and they always do collector's stuff. So what do people want out of collector's editions? And here's a question: what would you pay for it?
Okay.
So,
How much are you willing to spend?
so let's sort of talk about like big items that the Shenmue community would want. Like Josh talked about at limited run games, like doing a Rio notebook, for example. Big items that haven't been done before, like mirrors, things like that. What would you pay for a top quality set of those, or top quality, something that hasn't been done before?
What hasn't been done before? I know Scribe in the chat always wants like a physical notebook of Rio. And I think that would be really cool. I don't know how hard that would be for a company to produce, because obviously it's going to be filled in with all of the entries from the game, depending on what game you talk about here, because if it's a Shenmue 3 Collector's Edition, technically it probably should have Rio's notebook from Shenmue 3.
Yeah, you'd have thought.
But
so.
obviously Scribe and others are probably thinking of the iconic memo pad from the original game. Something like that. Something like what Adam Scipione did inside the Gamer's Journey Blu-ray.
That was cool.
That kind of, obviously that was just a little booklet about the Blu-ray, but getting a full-fledged notebook. And I think I've seen some on Etsy that look quite cool, obviously fan-made.
Yeah,
but an official notebook would be good.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. An official notebook could be fun. Hey, AM2 Podcast, welcome in. And hey, wandering through Shenmue, I didn't see you drop in.
Yeah,
Welcome.
I need to catch up on the chat since I caught up. And the new people. Heaven's Lighter, RuTuber says, that would be pretty cool actually. But obviously then we're going into like old games, aren't we? Well, not old games, but you know what I mean, like Shenmue 1 and 2. We're talking about the Shenmue 3 Enhanced Edition. So collector's items for that. Is there anything? So thinking back to like the limited run games collector's editions, how they did some replica items, especially in that blue one, the complete edition.
Yeah,
They did like a replica Hotel Niawu.
You had the Golden
Leaflet.
Goose VIP card in that.
True. Yeah.
The Sword of 7 Stars, which I thought was brilliantly done, actually.
I thought that was amazing, yeah. That's one of my favourite items from a collector's edition.
Chobu and Bailu-chan were there.
Decent.
You had the herb map as well.
That was okay, but there's like 8 herb maps in the game,
Yeah.
isn't there? So like, why would you just got one?
The only complaint I had with that collector's edition was they were going to do character art cards, weren't they? But they were, in the end, a little bit flimsy, to put it bluntly.
Well, originally they were character posters, so it sounded like there was going to be like 5 quite large, maybe A3 sized posters of each character. Obviously, that didn't happen in the end. We got tiny, really thin, probably like 120 GSM character cards.
That was a little bit disappointing.
That was probably the only disappointment
with it. Yeah.
Was there something else rolled up in a scroll? There was like 2 scrolls, or was that the herb map and
I think it was the herb map. I think it was. But that's going from memory. In fairness, it's been quite a while since we did that.
May have been everything that was in there. Obviously, you got a Dreamcast case as well.
Oh yes, you did, of course.
And then in the original limited run games and the one that was essentially released over here, or worldwide, I guess, you got like a mirror coin medallion thing that was double-sided, which obviously isn't on the same sort of scale as an actual full-fledged mirror or pair of mirrors by any means. There was a Dreamcast case with the limited run games version as well.
Yeah.
This is like North American style. Lightbox, that was quite cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I mean, it wasn't anything that I expected. It was not like it... I don't know what I was expecting with the Lightbox, actually.
Such a random item, but it was well done, I thought.
And it was like Rio and Mr. G, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so.
In the light. So that was pretty cool. Patches, little packet of patches.
Yeah. And then you
I
had...
can't remember. What else was there?
Stickers in... I think there's some stickers in there as well, from memory.
There was a sticker sheet, yeah. Yeah.
I think that was it.
Like a little white sticker sheet.
And then you had the Pix and Love one, which obviously had the art book and the character postcards,
nice.
which was really nice. That was about 70, 80
nice,
euros, I think, from memory.
See, that was just like sort of in the style of Pix and Love format, collector's editions. So very much standardized format. Very nice. If you're collecting those Pix and Love, they all look quite nice together on the shelf because it's all quite uniform.
Yeah, they do.
They did one for Shenmue 1 and 2 that was nice as well.
Yes,
little art
very
book,
nice.
some art cards. So quite simple, and if you think of it like that, it's like a simple release. But pretty good.
Oh,
you sold quite a lot of them, right? As well, sold out.
They all sold out, yeah. So I know the Pix and Love Shenmue 3 had 2,500 and they sold out. The Shenmue 1 and 2 ones sold out. Oh, it got winning can.
The 1 and 2 is actually quite expensive, right?
It's
on eBay.
Quite rare as hell now. The Xbox version of that's even rarer. I've never seen that go on eBay ever.
Oh, really? I'm lucky I got that then. I got one of each.
Try to think.
Did you get one of each?
I did. My other one's in the loft somewhere. And then I'm trying to think what else there was. Oh, bugger.
What do you mean, like?
Oh,
in
terms of what was available. The limited run games one was 1,000. The original one for 2019, they did 1,000 of them. That sold out really quickly. And then I don't know about the complete edition because I don't think they had a number on it, did they? I think they just produced whatever they were pre-ordered at. So I don't know how many are in existence.
The exact number. I do feel like plenty of them were sold.
There's always a few on like eBay here or there, so it would suggest
Yeah.
that a reasonable amount of them were sold, but I don't know a number. I wish I did.
Yeah, and also it was that version that had 4 different trading cards,
Yes.
and I ended up collecting all 4. I want to say relatively easy. It probably wasn't relatively easy, but people were selling them, if that makes sense. So collectors are collecting to keep. So the fact that I ended up getting all 4 of them by process of elimination,
pretty well there.
buying them off eBay or whatever. So I don't know. I was trying to use that as like a gauge that they did probably sell quite well, because even Shenmue collectors that would probably pay you 150 or whatever it was for that item for their collection, it went beyond that because people ended up selling them on eBay, selling the trading cards on eBay. So I just think it's probably a bit different with limited run games. Maybe not so much these days, although I don't know, maybe they're still really successful because they've got loads of releases coming out all the time. But back when that complete edition, and especially the original Shenmue 3 limited edition or collector's edition, whatever, came out, limited run games were like quite in demand, weren't they, if you know what I mean, in terms of people buying the products. So I remember a time where limited run games would announce that they're doing a physical for this game and it would sell out in 3 minutes, because that was when they were limited runs.
Yeah, like properly,
as the original name was.
Like 1,000 and done sort of thing.
Yeah. And like you say, I think that original Shenmue 3 collector's edition was sort of in that.
It was 1,000.
Right?
It was 1,000 of them, and it sold out in about 45 minutes.
Which is good going, isn't it, really? So I don't know if limited run games have sort of... Again, they must be successful because they're getting all these different clients and all these different products and stuff. So people must still be buying them on the same levels. Otherwise, they'd go back to that original sales structure of advertising 1,000, go kind of thing. Whereas these days, they seem to be taking a lot of like pre-order type of purchases. And the fact that they're sticking with that must mean that they're still selling the same, if not more amounts. So I don't know. But then on the other hand, so say if NN Games sell a collector's edition on their website, or if it does end up being like a strictly limited product, I'm not sure, not quite sure the dealings of that. Something we could probably do with clarifying, right, Matt?
Yeah, I think it's probably something to talk
at some
about.
point. I'm not sure if it would be easy to sell out. I'm not sure, or as easy, because obviously limited run games have built that sort of brand, haven't they?
Yeah, that's sort of their MO, isn't it? What they do.
So it would kind of be up to like the Shenmue community to advertise this product. And I suppose the media are probably
try to
talk about it
shit on it somewhere.
Shit on it. True. But yeah, I don't know, Matt. Good question. A couple of good questions in there, guys. Think about. Let us know your thoughts. What would you like to see? How much are you willing to pay for some of this stuff? Right, I will read out some of the comments while Matt sorts himself out there. So Clunky says, missed it. Was in the office falling asleep at my desk like you guys. Glad Metro has a release date, but disappointed there's no new Mario game, just masters and ports. Virtual Boy games coming to the Switch 2 as Wild. Can you play them without the Virtual Boy thing, then? Or do you need to buy either that cardboard box version or the real version to play them? Wondering through. Shenmue says, cheers my friends, can't stay but appreciate the chill stream. Fun idea. Izzy wanted to stop by, check out the video later when I have a moment. Thanks for dropping in, by the way, Wondering. Appreciate it. Then Andrew popped in from Shenmue AM2 Podcast, who also have a podcast talking about Shenmue 3 Enhanced. So if you do want additional podcast format content beyond the dojo, there's one for you. Clink says, mate, I'd pay any amount for it at this point. Feel like this is our last chance, so I'm willing to throw money at it. What do you think needs to happen then, Matt? Going off the basis of that.
Well, as it's, like I say, as it's going to be our most likely the final opportunity, this thing needs to make money. Now, people aren't going to get, you're not going to get a million sales out of this. Let's be honest, because Shenmue 3 has happened. It's been done. But it needs, in my opinion, to make decent money. So if it does say 200,000 sales, I think you make a good amount of profit on that. If you do more than that, I think you're really in business for what could then lead into a Shenmue 4. But it's hard to say, because I think they're going to get more sales.
Is this... Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, is this in terms of in games wanting to publish or deal with...
I think just
for a Shenmue 4?
With anybody. With anybody, because you're going to need to prove this can be profitable. And if you can do that, then I think in games and Wisenet could potentially go to other people and go, look, this made X amount of money. On top of the original release, we've made X amount of money from this. Okay, it's taken a long time to get there, don't get me wrong. But then they can potentially start commanding budgets a bit more, going back to the table on that. I still stand by this, that Wisenet will need to move what they think they want, because I don't know what's on the table. But who knows? If this randomly did sell 500,000 copies, wild success, and I think we're in. Absolutely, without a doubt. But
see, it's hard to judge the numbers because we don't know how it's going to perform on consoles like the Switch.
And that's where it could really come.
Could be a big hit on the Switch, especially in the sort of climate at the moment where there isn't really a huge amount of Shenmue Switch 2 titles to select from.
So,
like new console owners.
Like if they manage to get it on Switch 2, obviously we know they haven't got a dev kit at the moment, so that's going to be difficult. So, but if they get it on Switch and running and it can sell, Sega needs to put 1 on 2 on Switch. Idiots. I don't know why they haven't.
Yeah.
So it's...
Do you think for the Nintendo Switch platform it's better that it's coming out on the original Nintendo Switch at the moment still?
In terms of market size, yes. In terms of how it will look, I'm not so sure, and what you'll get running from it. But
it'll still work on a Switch 2.
It's just how it performs on Switch. Switch 2 would be fine. Like, I'm not worried about that. If we put it on a Switch 2 at some point, that'll run. It'll be all right. It should be comparable to the PlayStation 4 version, in my view, on a Switch 2. But the Switch 1 version is just going to be interesting as to how that sort of comes about and works when that obviously releases. So,
I know, obviously it'll still be called Shenmue 3 Enhanced, but how... this is going to sound a bit blunt, but how can it be enhanced on the Switch if it looks worse?
You are still going to get the benefit of the classic camera, the other modes and things like that in it as well. So what you're going to get downgraded are the visuals and potentially the performance, but you're still going to get the better QTE windows, the classic camera, those sorts of things.
Or is that not what that bullet point was, where it was like FSRR or LL or whatever it was called? So, that sort of rendering, would that not make it look really good still on the Switch?
No.
Because of the...
No, because FSR 1's crap. Because basically Switch runs FSR 1 and it's not the best on there. So it will help, but it's not going to... It won't look comparable to the PlayStation 4 version, in my view. If they do and get it working that way, they'd have got a fucking miracle on there, and I stand by that. Switch 2, it should look comparable to the to the PlayStation version the original PlayStation 4 version in my view. And then you've got obviously FSR is also engaged on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, but you've got I think it's FSR 2 or 3, I can't remember. And then PC will take the benefit of DLSS through the Nvidia cards, or if you've got an AMD card on PC, you get the benefit of FSR, which I think on PC on the latest AMD is FSR 4, but I don't know what version Shenmue 3 Enhanced will use, so we'll have to wait and see. But it will help, especially on the mid to lower end PCs. It will help that like look comparable or look nearer a high end PC version. You're never going to get it quite there, but close enough.
Be interesting to see what happens. How it looks.
Buy a map.
Buy a map. Let me get back to some of these replies then regarding the collector's edition. So, Clunky's also said, I really want a Chobu-chan toy or even a little plushie like a Beanie Baby.
That'd be cool.
Pretty cool. Plushies seem to be taking off again. I don't know if that's just me looking at limited run games and stuff.
Oh,
who've done like a
and the
Rocket
cat
plush,
and all that.
Bubsy Plus. Yeah.
I still want my limited run game stuff.
Mimi cat.
I've got all this stuff apparently coming at some point. But... Ah, no, I didn't mean to do that. Go that way.
It'll come up one day.
I might have moved house by then.
So Nick of Heaven says, I'd like levels of collector's editions, one for £60 to £80 and then another one at £100 to £150 with really nicely done mirrors. Wow. Very specific, but actually I do quite like your train of thought there, man.
I do as well.
Because obviously they were showing us, Matt, a Simon the Sorcerer type of collector's editions type of thing. So
somewhere. Hang on.
Okay. So in my head, although they didn't show us the box, I think it's just going to be like a small sized box, similar to maybe the Pix and Love edition of Shenmue 3 and Shenmue 1 and 2.
That's the soundtrack for Simon the Sorcerer. So this is part of the collector's edition that they're going to release for that game, which I think's out in October actually.
Okay.
So there's that, and then I'll just pop that on.
We're supporting this as well, by the way, guys. If you're interested, I mean, I never played whatever the original Simon the Sorcerer was, but I would like to support it.
Point and click adventure, but like the art book itself is really cool. That is a really nice art book. So if they did like a Shenmue 3 art book with like that sort of quality here, I think you do pretty well.
And obviously, hopefully, anyway, different artwork to the Pix and Love, different artwork to the... Well, there was much artwork in it, but that tabletop Shenmue 3 Kickstarter book. Yeah.
So
if they can get some brand new artwork, or not so much brand new, but like what we unearthed, Matt, that type of artwork.
Yeah, stuff that hasn't been seen before. The exclusive stuff that's from the archives that's in there. I think that would be really, really cool. But we don't know.
As you saw, actually, Matt, throughout that Simon the Sorcerer art book, it's not just art as well, right? There's like bits and pieces of information about the game,
the development,
about the characters. Yeah. So it could be a really nice product, that if that's like their sort of standardized collector's edition type of items where they do like a CD, soundtrack, an art book.
And I think
this is what we took away from the interview, right? Because they were showing us these, they were kind of suggesting the similar sort of thing for Shenmue.
And I think that retails in at about €60.
So you could be on the money there, Nick. So I would imagine maybe they do like 3 tiers. So you just got the base game physical. So if someone just wants to pick up a copy of the game, I don't even know. I'm assuming, would it go to retail as well, or would it be the only way to get a physical edition is through in games?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. I mean, if they sell it through their own shop, it means they haven't got to pay the retailers. which means it does mean there's a bit of a better profit margin. But obviously, then you've got increased shipping costs that people will have to factor in. Now, I imagine they'll just charge that back to the customer. But still, it's something you've got to factor in when you're doing this sort of thing.
And also, if they were to sell it on somewhere like Amazon, that might just sell more in a sense because it's open to the whole.
Yeah, and they might well
the
do
whole
that.
world.
I think they might encourage people to use their store, especially for the collector's stuff, which I think will be exclusive to their store, which does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But then the sort of the base, the bog standard game could be available sort of multiple retailers. And bearing in mind as well, people will have access to digital copies as well if they want them. So like you can buy them on the PlayStation Store or whatever. So there is that point to it.
Could be a something we can ask actually if they're planning on doing a physical retail.
We can absolutely ask them. I'm sure they'd probably tell us at some point when they're ready.
But yeah, I could imagine like what I was saying, like a physical copy of the game. Not quite sure how much it would be, like 30, 40 quid.
Yeah, I reckon.
And then
about
you sort
40 being the max.
Then sort of one that's got maybe the art book, a CD, sort of like a mid-tier maybe, and then a big bastard one that's got some like quality stuff in.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way you'd go for it, and I think a lot of companies will do that sort of thing these days, and especially with a niche franchise like Shenmue that is going to have a core fan base that are going to spend that sort of money. I think it's quite clever, especially if you've got something that's not been done or desirable in there.
If you think back to the Air Twister stuff, I know that we haven't actually had it yet from Strictly Limited, but Strictly Limited are meant to be a sister company to Winning Games, so I don't know if, again, they'd be dealing with a lot of the physical stuff, or it's going to be directly from Winning Games or whatever. But
I don't know. That's a good question.
Air Twister has the 3 different tiers, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did it have 2? I can't remember.
Oh, can't remember.
I feel like there was that big one, wasn't there? The big long one.
Because the big
it's
one,
like a purpley box.
the big one's the same with pretty much the same as the Japanese one, the Japanese collector's edition, which I got, which is quite good. Like I was quite impressed with that.
Yeah.
So
and then there was a mid-tier one, wasn't there?
I think so. I can't remember. I'd have to look on their website. I can't remember. It was so long ago. It was like 2 years ago. I still haven't got it. Like, where's my collector's edition, you bastards?
Yeah, that one is a little bit getting a bit crazy now.
It's the sort of the communication around it. Again, it's like a criticism of limited run games as well. It's just tell us what's going on. Like, I don't mind. I can wait. Like, ah, shit.
Yeah, like, what's the hold up about? Would be nice to know. Anyway, so Clunky also said maybe a mini lucky hit stand with a marble.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. I don't know how you'd design that, but... Gigi Ferry says, I have a sealed NTSC Shenmue 2 on Xbox. Nice. Are you on about the Shenmue 3 limited run and the green case? Green case?
It's like a bluey type case, wasn't it? The complete edition. And the other one was a, which I've got behind me, was the sort of a big case with a red box.
Which one did you mean there, Ginger? I can't think of the green case. They've got the... It's in like a red box with a sleeve around it.
Pix and Love's a sort of a green and gold box.
Can you think, Matt?
No, I can't.
Because the complete edition was blue.
Hey, Cool Cat, by the way, welcome in. New chatter in on Twitch there.
You muted, Matt, or...
I was, briefly, and hadn't realised.
This WhatsApp call stopped.
No, I still got you. It was on my mic into
Can anyone hear Matt?
I think I can hear me now.
For some reason.
Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, okay. Ah, that's because the call has literally stopped. Hang on. There we go.
There we go. Right. Yeah. So, Pix and Love. Yeah. That was a green one.
Yeah, that was it.
Got you.
It's pretty cool.
Dom says, is it possible for you guys to do an updated Shenmue 2 PC HD texture update?
So Streamer 2K was working on one a long time ago, but it never got released. So personally, can I do it? No, I don't have any of that skill whatsoever. It's not to say someone in the community couldn't do it, but it definitely won't be me because I have the coding skill and artistic skills of a 4-year-old.
Could be quite a good map.
It might be.
Gifted child.
Right. Oh.
Scribe says Shenmue 2 merch from Limited Run should be dropping in the next couple of months, right?
Oh Christ. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. They haven't. I want to say they haven't done a Dreamcast release for a while.
The
I
last
think
one
it's
was
still Jet Set Radio, isn't it?
Is that just finished?
I don't know. Just feels like that was ages ago to me now.
Or was it Space Channel 5?
I can't remember. One of those two. I think it was the last one. There you go. She's waking up a bit closer. So is it the 1st of March now, Mark? Or is it the 29th of Feb?
It is... I'll have a look in a minute. I think, because leap years are always on an even year, and this is 1987, so I think it's the 1st of March.
Okay. So Scribe also said a set of Chawan sign cups and a note of arrangement would be cool.
That would be fun, actually, because you do that in Shenmue 3.
That's true. Shenmue AM2 said, so in canon there's an actual beverage company called Bowwoods.
I didn't know that.
Rhino said, did you hear anything more from the Billboard saga?
We got the money back.
Yep.
It's just a case of what we do with it. January, February time, we got the money back. Took a while though. They didn't want to give it back, the buggers. So without sort of going into it too much, obviously we contacted them kicking off about it, and then they blatantly didn't think we had any proof. So when then we turn up with a YouTube video of us on the ground going, here's the proof, guys.
Unedited 5 hours looking at a sign.
So in the end, they gave us the money back. So it's sat in a bank. Well, I say in a bank account. It's sat in one of my bank accounts. Just sat there at the moment while we work out what to do with it. It hasn't been spent. Hasn't been touched. If anything, it's probably gathered about 55p interest or something. But
lovely.
So I can buy a chocolate bar. We can't even buy that these days. But so yeah, we got the money back. It's there. We just need to work out what to do with it. I had one idea, but I haven't really got around to investigating anything. I just haven't had the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we were looking into a few things. I suggested, like, London buses.
Yeah.
I think I noticed there was, like, London buses going past with adverts, and then I remembered there was, like, a Michael Jackson one at one point that, like, a fan community was doing. That was, like, a spread across, like, a batch of London buses. That could be an idea. But again, it needs to be the right opportune moment. At the moment, within in games doing the Shenmue 3 thing, it seemed a bit distasteful to do like a Shenmue 4 thing targeting Sega, because obviously that billboard originally was like poking fun a little bit at Sega by being outside Sega offices with Rio pointing at Sega saying let's get a Shenmue 4 type of thing. So currently we've got a game coming, so I'm not sure. We need to work that out.
I think it'd be almost... I mean, it depends what happens with Shenmue 3 Enhanced, but say it's a success, sells well enough, right, and they're happy with it, and they come out and say, we're really happy with how this is released and the numbers it's done, that would be a good opportunity to then do something like that around Let's Get Shenmue 4. I don't know what, but... because that would be a prime opportunity. Some positive news, it sold well. Right, people, you bastards. Sega, you bastards. Make a Shenmue 4. That could be an opportunity. It's just one idea. I don't know.
Sega, you bastards. Just on the side.
They wouldn't make it through QA, I think. You're not allowed to swear on billboards. I'm sure it's quite strict, actually, when we looked at that.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Shenmue Village says, I would pay a lot for Shenmue merchandise, period. Scribe says, Switch 2 needs to be a free upgrade for Switch 1.
I think if they did it, it would be consistent with PS4 to PS5. So 10 to 15
like
euros.
An upgrade path.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be.
Can you do that stuff through Switch or not?
Yeah, you can do it from Switch 1 to Switch 2. You can pay like X amount of money. Switch is slightly different in that they've got like different levels of it. So if it's just like a random Switch 1 to Switch 2 but not a huge amount of upgrades to it, they're quite cheap, like 5-10 quid. But I know like the Zelda ones where it did quite a lot to the games, they pay a bit more, like 15-20 quid. Which I personally think for Shenmue 3 Enhanced would be too high. I think 10 to 15 quid's about the right ballpark for something like that for them.
Yeah. Samin says, was it confirmed that Enhanced was running on Unreal 5?
No, we never asked actually, but that's something we can always pop a question over at some point and an opportunity.
Scribe says, could a miniature Wacky Ball statue that actually functions be something that interests anyone?
That'd be fun.
It would be fun. I don't know how they fit it in a box.
No, I don't.
Because you'd need a mallet, some working mechanical device thing as well. First time chat from Cool Cats ZG. Or Cool Cats G. Sup guys? Welcome in. Nick Evans, I like the fact that NN were open to the idea of a manga in a collector's edition. But I'd prefer a series of mangas separately over 6 months or so to keep us going whilst waiting for future games.
I think mangas should... I think just something to keep the cash flowing. But we've said this for years.
Yeah.
Don't know
I mean, especially after an anime, manga's like the next step, or typically the step before an anime, but they go hand in hand typically, don't they? It would be cool. And then Clunky said, 55p for a chocolate bar? You'd be lucky to get a Freddo for that.
Yeah, you bloody would these days. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How much stuff costs these days like that. Yeah. We're doing alright.
Have you seen Burger King have got a new burger, Matt? The Wagyu beef burger.
Oh, really?
And it's like 14 quid, I think. Something.
40? Bloody hell. It better be the best Burger King burger ever.
Gordon Ramsay's Wagyu beef burger or something.
Okay. Hey, son, welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yo, son. Hoping for the mirrors. That's the idea, right? That is what I think. If we can get something like that from this release, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's I think I'd love mirrors.
That's been the dream for ages, that has.
I've never understood why people haven't done them before.
Seems like the most obvious sort of physical item from the game, right? Obviously, you've got the statue of Rio.
2nd of March.
Statue of Landy. 2nd of March already?
Yes.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to have to prepare a little bit, are we? I suppose it'll just work now, I think. Won't it just trigger? Because you've had the brooch.
It should do, but...
So I think you just go into the Chewing's apartment on the 3rd. I think that's all you have to do.
I've got saves around it.
I might be wrong, but I think that's all you have to do. And if you did you even find Eileen just dotted around, like looking at antiques and stuff?
Not yet. I haven't. No.
Because I'm sure that was like one of the prerequisites. She's like normally just down here, if you go down the stairs in front of you. She's normally just knocking around the antique shops. Eileen.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, not those stairs. That's the pawn shop stairs.
Oh, you mean the proper stairs?
Yeah, the aeroplane stairs. Hope you're all doing great. Yeah, not doing too bad, son. You might have to rewind about an hour to find out. I'm not going to go through all my life again. But I did see that Fatal Frame 2 remake announced. We were talking about the Nintendo Direct at one point, Matt, but yeah, I was going to get on to Fatal Frame 2 remake. That would have been like a nice trailer to watch live. That would have surprised me. But I kind of got spoiled by that on the Discord. So I mentioned the Fatal Frame 2 remake. So it didn't really hit when I watched it. But it's still pretty cool. I mean, they sort of already did a remake back in the day for the Wii, which wasn't the best. I didn't like the control. Yeah, I didn't really like the controls in that. Because the original game's like fixed camera, like the original Resident Evils, and it's really good. And then the one that they did on the Wii was kind of like a slow third-person type of deal.
Oh,
it was like a bit awkward with the Wii remotes, and nunchucks, and that sort of stuff. It was like a motion thing to the controls, so that was a bit shit. But this one looks good, yeah. I mean, Mia and Mayo, whatever the characters' names are, they look a little bit different than what I was expecting. Because I thought, like, in the original games, they do actually look quite Japanese. Whereas the faces I saw in the remake looked a little bit more generic, I guess. A bit more like anime-y.
It must be a deliberate thing to do that then.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Like your sort of Genshin Impact type of character model.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But it's a really great game. The original was amazing. Like, one of the most memorable horror games I've played, to be honest. I love the atmosphere. I love the Japanese scenery and sort of what would you call it? Not traditions, but you know, like shrines, temples.
Oh yeah. She might be all in on Silent Hill F then.
Exactly.
That does look. I've seen a bit more gameplay of that. It does look quite good.
Yeah.
Apparently runs brilliantly on Unreal 5 as well. Unlike Metal Gear Solid. Apparently.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Silent Hill. That is like reminding me a lot of Fatal Frame, which is why I was excited for that. And then now we're getting a semi-new Fatal Frame game. Here's a killer question: how many copies of Shenmue 3 Enhanced will you all be buying?
All of them.
All of them, yeah. I mean, prior to what we've just been talking about, son, I think we were thinking it would be like 16 copies between me and but now if you add a third tier to the mix, that's another 2 at least, isn't it?
So that's 18.
18. And then depending how crazy I'm thinking or feeling, I might rebuy everything for a second set to keep sealed. And the thought behind that was, so it's going to be releasing on the Switch, the Xbox, the PS5, and then I'm going to get it digitally and physically. So that would be 3, 6, and then Matt would get 6, so that's 12, and then we'd each get the collector's editions. So maybe that was 14 then. Where did I get? Oh, PC, 15, 16. There you go. So there's 16. We both buy a PC version. And so 18 with the third tier.
That'll get people going.
Yeah. So there's 9 each. And in actual fact, Matt, if they did do a middle tier version for each console as well, that's another 3. And then a collector's edition for each console, that's another 3.
So it's going to add up again.
I didn't even think of that, you know. So we're going to have a Switch copy, a Switch middle tier copy, a Switch collector's edition, then an Xbox middle tier, Xbox collectors, PS5, PS5 middle tier, PS5 collectors, digital PS5, digital Switch, digital Xbox, digital PC. That's 13 for me. If you did that, Matt, that's 26. And then if you did want to pick up a couple of others for keep sealed,
adds up pretty quick. Adds up pretty quick.
Do right.
As I say, it's the last, probably the biggest opportunity we are going to have to support this franchise. Obviously, we don't know what Sega and people are doing behind the scenes, but based on the knowledge, they're probably not doing anything. This is our opportunity. This is it now. If we don't stand up and be counted here, I think we're done. We'll be right in the shit.
Village says, I'm going to buy several copies for PS5, Switch, and Xbox Series S. X, rather. S and X will be the same box, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be the same.
Okay. Now that you guys lay it out like that, I need to do some overtime. Johnny says, not sure it's me, but your audio seems to be cutting out every other second and going silent for about 5 seconds at a time. Almost no audio coming through anymore.
Ah, is that mine or James's, Johnny?
Is that the game? Or...
I've got lines for everyone, I can see it. But it's not to say the internet isn't playing up.
Clunk says audio seems okay to me. Could be a speaker's fault with your speakers, Johnny, maybe? We just sort of diagnosed...
On a different note,
like faulty wire.
Anybody know where I can get new Xbox thumbsticks or for controllers? Because mine are fucking... the rubber's gone on them.
Can't you get them off Amazon?
Possibly, but I don't want shitty ones. I'd like some half-decent ones. Because these were pretty good, like when the controller was brand new.
Yeah, like official ones.
It doesn't even have to be official, but just good ones that don't fucking break.
Johnny says maybe just a YouTube issue then. Are you both watching on Twitch? I'm on Twitch, actually. But the YouTube audience is a lot bigger than the Twitch audience, so I would have assumed someone else would have had that issue. And Clunky Mage is on YouTube because it says, if you look at the chat, it does say... Actually, this is the Twitch chat, but it does say for me who is watching on YouTube, if you know what I mean.
Let's go play some games.
All right, okay. Just refreshed it and it works now.
Could be a YouTube. I don't know. Very strange. It can happen, though. Ooh, wrong way.
Shenson says, buy games, sir, Matt. Pretty good Xbox pad.
I'll have a look.
Hilltop Toribi says, audio sounds good to me.
Because it will just be for my PC and gaming on my PC.
Toribi. So what's the crack now, Matt? We are coming up to 3 PM in game.
We are. So
are we sort of wasting time now, or are you trying to?
We're killing a bit of time.
Chowan signing it.
We're killing a bit of time. So Chowan signed a little bit to kill some more time. But the idea is that we are going to go piss about for a bit.
Did we ever do the Fang Mei? Did you get that Mambo Bistro?
No. Or if I did, I can't remember doing it.
Let me see if I can figure out what it was again.
So we're going to play some arcade games, play a bit of darts, gamble some money, and then hopefully get ourselves a birthday scene. If we didn't, we've wasted about 4 streams worth of content. Whoops.
Right, Matt, so it says, you can only get this after talking to Fang Mei enough for her to start saying Ryo-san. After you took the detour through the Lucky Charm Quarter and met Joy. So has that happened yet? You know, where the road's blocked off and you meet Joy outside and she says, why have you not been staying at the come over guest house?
After Chowan sign.
Chowan sign. Okay.
Which I haven't done yet. So I can do that. So, but does that affect the birthday?
I don't think so. I think it's any time on disc 2
Yeah, okay,
that
fine.
this family birthday happens. We've got a save, right, if it goes tits up.
Yeah, I do have a save. I've got a couple of saves knocking around, but...
The only thing is, I don't think it does, but it doesn't push the date further than it needs to be, right? Like after you beat...
I'm not going to risk it, just in case.
I can't quite remember.
But I don't think it does, but I could be wrong.
I think it's just next day, isn't it? But is there like some automated bollocks as well? I don't know. I mean, we're not far off, to be fair, are we?
No,
To just
we're alright.
chill out for a little bit. If there is any more Chowan signs, you could waste like another 3 hours doing a Chowan sign. Miraglyph says, third-party Xbox replacement parts are so bad. Shoulder buttons go after a couple of years. The cheap replacements from all places online come from the same cheap mold. Cheaper to get a new pad. That's true. But you shouldn't have to keep buying controller pads, should you? That was my thing with Xbox. Like, I got through so many Xbox One controllers. Like, you drop them and it shatters like glass. It's so shit.
I can buy a
Especially
new
when
pad.
you're playing FIFA.
It's just annoying. Yeah, fucking chuck it.
Yeah. And they get you in a way, don't they? Because they do all these limited edition different types of Xbox controllers, and so you kind of don't mind. You do mind, but you don't mind as such that your old controller broke, because now you can get a camouflage green Xbox controller, and it feels like you've got something new and fresh and amazing. And then when that dies, you can get the neon blue or something pink one if you fancy it.
Right.
So it's sort of bittersweet in it there.
I mean, I've had this.
Whereas back in the day,
it's ages, but it's just the rubber's just knackered on both sticks. In fairness,
it's not a wired one, is it?
No, it's a wireless one.
No. I was going to say, I felt like the wired ones did last a bit longer for some reason. Like those 360 controllers back in the day that were wired.
I mean, I don't know. I'll have a look at that game, sir, and I'll see if I can get something good. Because Microsoft at one point were doing spare parts for controllers, but then I think they binned it off. And it's really annoying. So if they did official parts, I'd just go there, just buy buy a couple of thumbsticks, done. But fucking Microsoft. Ah, shit.
Shenson says, you boys need to get on to Rematch. Hilarious football game.
I have heard of it.
Looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. I know it was free on Xbox Game Pass, wasn't it, or something? But I would have to get it on PS5, and I didn't want to pay for it, really.
Let's have a look. Ah. Let's see how we go on here. Oh.
Are you playing against the baseball guy?
No, I'm just playing against myself. Rio being a soccer
Rio
hooligan.
being a soccer hooligan. Yeah. Balls to the face.
Oh, shit. Oh, I got away with that. It wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
So, I reckon we probably will get the fan-made birthday done.
We'll get
him in.
Yeah, we will.
But I would suggest that we carry on this in the future, because it would be pretty cool to get that extra scene when you're leaving.
Yeah, it would. When you leave for Guilin.
Yeah.
I might even have a save near that. I'm sure I do somewhere. I've got so many bloody saves on this computer. It's ridiculous. At least on here you have cloud saves, unlike Shenmue 3 at the moment. But Inin did say they were going to put cloud saves on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Thank Christ. Such a difference. When I changed PCs, I lost everything, like in terms of Shenmue 3 saves, which is really annoying.
That will be a good update then for PC gamers. I suppose, incidentally, if anyone is curious about what has been proposed for Shenmue 3 Enhanced, we've got quite a lot of videos on it now. Podcasts coming out next week. The interview we did. News post on the website. If you've been living under a rock.
Alright, let's have a look at this.
This is me attempting to chill. Only played through Shenmue 3 once on release, so can't wait to get the enhanced version to play it again. That's surprising for you, Shenson. You've only played it once. Made extra sure to keep my Shenmue 3 perfect save safe when I moved house and got a new PC last year. That's cool. Can you put them on thumbsticks?
Yeah, you can put them on thumbsticks, but the problem is when you transfer it back, I don't think they always work. Oh, shit.
Is it like something to do with installing the game and it's got some sort of code that needs to match up with some other code?
Something like that, yeah. It's fucking stupid. I don't know who thought it was a good idea, but there you go.
Shenson says, really like the original. First playthrough was like 70 hours. It's good going, man. I mean, it can be a big game, can't it, Shenmue 3, if you really put the time and effort into it.
Do everything. It isn't like a small game, is it, in terms of stuff to do?
Would you say it's bigger than the originals in that sense, or not? It doesn't feel like it's bigger, does it? But I suppose it can be.
It could feel bigger than 1, I think. But bigger than 2, debatable. I think with the amount of content 2 has in terms of also the story stuff. I think what 3 does is more. It's got more gamey stuff in it, hasn't it? But without the story content. See you later, Clunky. Have a good one.
Cheers, Clunky. Nodding off. Hopefully that's not because of us.
Right, let's go a bit of Chow and sign to speed things up a bit. I am going to make a save here as well.
I do find it kind of funny, like, if I'm, because obviously I'm looking at the screen, I can see myself, and I look fucking knackered.
Mate, I'm fucking shattered.
I look like I got like mole eyes. I'm like half.
Like I know how you feel.
Yeah. But is that part of the whole chill stream vibe we got on here? Do we
just look fucked?
We just look chill. We're just enjoying life.
Good runners, how are you? And welcome.
Hey up, runners.
I think what I'll
Depends
do.
if you include the fishing achievement that was for the 70 hours, I guess.
What I'm gonna do, I think, do the birthday, finish off Chow Wan sign, and then go and do the Manmo Bistro thing as well, because that's quite fun. And then we'll see where we're at.
That would be cool. Yeah. That'd probably only take half an hour, I would have thought.
Yeah, give or take. Right. Let's try
some good content there, guys.
In
my opinion. Shenmue Village played through Shenmue 3 4 times now. It's good going.
I think I've got something like 100 odd hours on PC and like 200 hours on PlayStation, oddly. Fucking nuts.
It is when you turn that into days. 24 hours is a day.
Got like 5 days on PC just playing Shenmue 3. I mean, that is added up from streams and things as well, isn't it? But
I suppose so, yeah.
I was playing 3 on the last stream.
Did you get the hind blow last time?
Yes.
Why do I feel like... Yeah, we did, yeah. Okay.
I like that because that's quite easily missable as well, isn't it?
You've got to be careful with Shenmue 2 actually, because there's loads of like just random things you forget about. Like Shenmue 1 has a lot of missable cutscenes and stuff, but Shenmue 2 does have its fair share.
You forget how big it is and how much stuff is in this game. Like, it is nuts. It's like they took the first game and just went, boop, steroids. A bit of lucky hit. Let's go for this one.
There's nothing like playing a Shenmue game and being lost. It only happens like your first playthroughs, and then after that you know it like the back of your hand. But like, the first time you played Shenmue 1 and you got a bit lost, you're like actually asking, oh, that's me.
Bless you.
For like directions, like properly, and then obviously in Shenmue 2, you're asking for directions and people actually showing you where to go. Like it took me ages to learn all the Wan Chai in Shenmue 2, for example.
It's mad,
originally,
isn't it?
But
mad.
Now you just can run around with your eyes closed, can't you? So, and Shenmue 3 was like that when it first came out. You didn't know where to go, what you were doing. But now again, it's like the back of your hand. So I miss that feeling of a brand new city to explore in a Shenmue game.
And hopefully we'll get that with the Shenmue 4. Because that's what we want. Can you imagine walking around like Shuzo or somewhere for the first time? Yep. That's what you want.
That'd be so good. You quickly forget, don't you, really, that you've had those experiences of not knowing, delving into the unknown.
I find with 3, though, sometimes I struggle to remember exactly where like certain bits happen, just because your memory gets a bit hazy.
Yeah. What, in the story, you mean?
Yeah, like go here, go there. But I think also it's probably because I'm older and my memory's not as good. But this, like 1 and 2 are etched in my head.
Yeah, same. Shenmue 2 was particularly difficult to learn though, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, it took a few goes to know where everything was, and I remember playing it for the first time and you're like, yeah, this is insane how big it is, and I was almost like, I want to get familiar with one quarter before I then like disappear to another one.
And then you've got all these little back passages, haven't you, that lead to
like
a shortcut.
Yeah, like all over the place that you're not quite sure of. And
like I always remember figuring out, so somewhere near the Come Over Guest House, there's like a little, it's like if you just head straight, it doesn't really look like anything. It just looks like an opening, a gap, and then you go through there, and then it goes a bit rough. Then there's a couple of kids sort of playing in like a little area.
Yeah.
And if you go through there, there's almost like a passageway that comes out in the was it the White Dynasty Quarter you've just been in there?
Yeah, it does.
So
I'll create another save just in case.
And then there's that little kind of shortcut in South Carmaine. Like if you turn left, as soon as you enter, you like go around like a bit of a strange back alley thing, and it pops out nearer to Wiseman's. It's like a, I don't know, 10-second shortcut. So this is the day now, Matt. Bang May's birthday.
I'm hoping this works, otherwise we're going to be really angry and upset.
Good morning.
Right, given the amount of time that's passed, do you think 4 will be the final one? I'd assume Shenmue 4 will come out in 2030 with greenlit today. and 5 in 2034 if we're lucky. Seems like one more game is logical. Well, he wants 2, doesn't he? I just don't know if that'll happen. It's hard, isn't it? 2 more games. Bear in mind, you're basically going to have development of like 9 years for both together. Well, didn't he say
5 would have to be straight after 4. Like, you can't dilly-dally anymore.
No, like you'd have to do what they did with 1 and 2. Like, release 2 like a year
work
later.
On them together. Like, have the team contracted or whatever on the basis of doing 2 games. I suppose it's the same with like TV shows and movies. Like, as soon as they like record the final scene and they have like a year break or 2-year break, it's very difficult to get things going again because people take on other projects and other jobs and stuff, don't they? So
it's tricky, very tricky. Hey, Faraway Gaming, welcome in.
Game development, but say if Shenmue 3, which it did, you know, there was a point where Shenmue 3 was complete.
I mean,
then I'm assuming some of the team members went off and did different jobs, different projects.
Yeah, they'd have moved on. But I imagine they would have wanted to dive straight into 4, wouldn't they? If the situation would have allowed it, they'd have dived straight into doing a Shenmue 4.
I suppose that's kind of a misconception, really, when you think about it. When people think, like, are they still working on Shenmue 4? Have they been working on Shenmue 4? Why don't they start working on Shenmue 4? It's like, in people's heads, is the same team that worked on Shenmue 3 still working for WiseNet, and that they're making the air twisters, they're making the steel paws? Because it won't be like that at all. Like, most of the people that worked on Shenmue 3 probably aren't even working for WiseNet anymore, and I don't know that as fact or anything like that, but
I mean, it's a valid point, isn't it? A lot of them would have been contractors and moved on. I know WiseNet's got a core team there. I don't know whether that's changed a lot over the years or not, but
you'd have thought so. Like, after 6 years, whatever it's been, people move on, don't they?
Yeah.
But in your head, when you're thinking, like, why has there not been a Shenmue 4 yet? Or if a Shenmue 4 did get announced, in your head, it's like that time wasn't really a thing, and like everyone that worked on 3 would come back for 4. I don't know.
The biggest thing they need to do with Shenmue 4 is get a good writing team. Get a good writing team, a decent writing team in, because that will matter massively if we get a 4. If we don't get good writing in 4, game over. Like, that will kill it.
And in theory, the writing's already been done, but it just needs to be beyond the basic storyline. It needs to have all the Shenmue 2 side activities and characters and layers upon layers of additional story that all ties together alongside that ultimate narrative that is probably written down, which is like Ryo goes to Hong Kong, Ryo searches for information about Zio and Da, Ryo finds a book that leads him to Kowloon or whatever, Chowan sign leads to Kowloon, then Ryo hunts down Landy in Kowloon, confronting the Yellowheads. You know, this is probably like the basic story premise. Ryo encounters Landy at the top of the Yellowhead building base. But it's not that simple, is it, really? Because the game developers and the writers built upon that basic narrative focus and added in your Fangmeis, your Joys, your Rens, your Shuings, and then some side story stuff with like Zimming, Guixang.
And that's the thing.
Even someone simple like Jianmin.
And those are the things
full voodoo stuff.
They create the world, don't they? And they make a massive difference. But the main plot in 3, I maintain, was probably the very much sort of bare bones plot from whatever are in those scripts. Yeah. And they didn't really expand beyond it because they didn't have the facility to, or the writers just didn't have the ability to. I don't know, but
yeah, man. like sort of like what I was just saying as the basic premise of Shenmue 2, when you really put it down to it, Ryo's current objective is finding out about Yuanda Zoo. So in terms of a Shenmue 3 narrative, Ryo's current objective is finding out about Misty Yuan. So the basic plot is quite simple on the surface, but Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2 were successful in the fact that they branched out into a million different
subplots and stories,
subplots, and say if it was like a tree, what's that diagram thing called that I'm thinking of, like a tree diagram thing, and
I know what you mean.
Branches coming off here, branches coming off there, and that goes back to that character diagram that we've seen like a blurry image of, that's like got the whole Shenmue character arc of characters, and they're all linked by, you know, family or connections and leaders.
When I interviewed Ryan Payton back in 2020, hey Lightwing Dragon, welcome in by the way, he said to me, Ryo's story is written, it's down, it's in paper, they can do it. He said to me, it's all the other stuff around it, like we've just been talking about, the B characters, the C characters, they're the things that need to be fleshed out and put together alongside the main plot, and that's the hard bit to do and do it well. Right, so hopefully we can get Fang Mei's birthday now. If we don't, I'm going to cry.
This is the big moment, guys. Doing all right, thanks, Lightwing. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
good.
about yourself? Not too bad. Busy. Still so weird as a UK player who played 2 on the Dreamcast in Japanese. I followed the English name of Zoo Yuanda all the way to the remastered Yuanda Zoo. Still sounds weird. I switch from time to time. I felt like back in the Shenmue 1 days, Zoo Yuanda was easier to say.
Fuck.
Oh, God. Do you have to go back to the shop, Matt? Is she like looking at the window again? I can't remember. Can anyone remember this birthday bollocks? I also think you don't know it's Fang Mei's birthday.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Because that is the problem, because we should have found Eileen looking at the antiques.
I do have a save further back somewhere.
Just walk around like the bottom of these stairs, Matt, again, like the
sort of around here.
Aeroplane steps.
Yeah.
Let's just see. Because for me, when I've done it in the past, she's literally standing outside this Buddha shop. Oh, okay.
No, unfortunately not.
No. And it's not a cutscene, it's just the fact she's just looking at like the display of a shop.
She's definitely not here. Fuck.
So that may have needed to be on an earlier day. And we just didn't, I don't know, just didn't hunt around enough. I don't know.
I do have one save back, actually. It's my original save from the last stream we did. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility to do it again, but I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. What I will do is...
We probably should have got a guide up, shouldn't we, actually?
Probably should have done it, really, but... What I will do, because we can always hand it over for the next stream, I'm going to go and nail Dojang Diner then. Move it on. So that then we've got that cutscene, at least, from the...
I don't know, according to this, you need to buy the gift while you're at the Mamo Temple.
Yeah.
I.e. while still doing the Chowan signs.
Yeah.
After you bought the gift, you can give it to Fang Mei on March the 3rd. As long as you haven't yet met Ren.
Well, I haven't. Because I thought once you bought it, it was like a done deal. Unless you have to go back at a certain time, or... Fucking bollocks.
That's good. Game FAQs, you know how they do the images?
Yeah. That's
That's pretty cool.
There's got to be a misstep somewhere.
Yeah, let me see what we've done wrong.
I'll hang fire just a second. And then if needs be, I'll just progress the story.
So what you need to do from here up until March the 2nd. So this could be done in day 3 or even be considered done on day 4 if you want. If you haven't got 150 Hong Kong dollars, do it ASAP. Get beat up at Mammoth Park, so we did that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Go talk to Eileen at the water fountain. After that, go to Blue Sky Restaurant at the Workers' Pier. Eileen will no longer be found at the water fountain. Which we kind of did, I think.
Yeah.
It says do not do the Chow and sign at the Blue Sky Market.
Shit.
This makes Eileen and Fang Mei show up there, and they stay there forever. According to this, I have not figured out what event will make them leave.
But I saw Fang Mei at the shop.
Yeah, but that's possibly why Eileen wasn't randomly walking around.
So
Maybe.
what if I run over? But they're not there. If I run over there, they won't be there. They weren't there when I ran over there. They'd moved. So unless they just disappear.
It says... I don't know, this is just someone's guide anyway, so I don't know for sure. It's like still very much no one really knows for sure. But it says, after making Eileen disappear, and if it's before 12 PM that day, then you may find Eileen and Fang Mei having lunch at the bistro till 1 PM.
Well, let's try
We'll
that.
just have a nip to the bistro. March the 2nd, Fang Mei at the Complete Clother. When Fang Mei leaves the Mamo Bistro, she will head to Complete Clother and arrive there around 1:30 PM. Get there before 8 PM to see a very important cutscene by running next to Fang Mei. After the cutscene, go inside and talk to the guy behind the counter and agree to what he asks for. Then wait till 8 PM, go to Dajuan Apartments, then sleep for the night. If you want to do extra stuff, go right ahead, but keep in mind that I haven't done the Chawan sign till after seeing Fang Mei on March the 3rd. So March the 3rd, you'll wake up and be walked back to Mamo Temple to bring out the books again. Just go back to Dayuan Apartments afterwards to enjoy the show. I went there straight after I was finished the books. It was odd hearing her sweeping the room before entering it. So it looks like we've done something wrong.
Fuck's sake. I think we've ballsed up, people.
I think maybe we did the Blue Sky thing, thinking, why would we not do that?
Yeah.
Have you got a sign? Have you got a save earlier than that, Matt?
No. No, I definitely don't. Do I? Hang on. I just pause the game a second. I might be able to find something on my computer. Just bear with me a second. That's annoying. That's really annoying. God damn it.
Interestingly, the the Manmo Bistro cutscene, the QT thing that you
Yeah.
do after the construction's gone.
Yeah.
It says, I will have to half spoil this part, but when you get to the Manmo Bistro, go inside. You'll get into a QT fight. Once it starts, get the first QTE right, but miss the second one on purpose. Enjoy the results. And then head back to Manmo Temple. It says, after the QT fight at Manmo Bistro, you'll notice that Fang Mei runs off towards Scarlet Hills. Head back to Manmo Temple to see the second to last event involving Fang Mei and also get something from her. So that must be where you get the pendant from her, that interesting diamond pendant from doing the cutscene.
Let's have a look at what we got here.
And then the last one is, before you leave, one try to head to Kalu and say bye to Fang Mei. He says, etc. useless stuff. I have heard that if you get beat up at the Manmo Park before meeting Eileen, you will automatically be called Rio. This did not happen in my case when I was trying to figure this out. If you did do the Chow and sign at Blue Sky, Fang Mei and Eileen will be there forever. You won't find Fang Mei at Complete Clother, but she will definitely call you Rio. But we did get her at Complete Clother, didn't we?
We did get her at the Complete Clother.
So weird, man.
We'll have to do this again, I suspect. Just trying to see if I've got any saves on my computer that I can drop in on.
So weird, man. I do wonder what we did wrong. Yeah, a lot of speculation on this. Just, I don't know if someone knows, like, specifically how to get it to trigger every time. But it does seem to be a little bit, like, randomy. Everyone's always confused. It's because there's, like, so many different layers to it, isn't there?
Mental, that's what it is. Save. Hey, Lime.
Hey, Lime. Nice to see you. God, I missed quite a mountain of text you guys have been doing since I was reading through that guide.
Hang on.
4 has a fantastic opportunity for subplot beats now too. Zimming the Chi Men Civil War. Guizhang catching up and interfering with the Chi Men operations, finding out what really happened to Summing. Hopefully Shenmue 1 and 2 will come Switch 2. Would be nice, man. One unlikely wish I have for 3 would be to just update the ending dialogue of Shenhua's father to hint at the events in Menkun instead of being a carbon copy of what Zhu Yundar says in 2. I mean, technically that sort of stuff could happen in 4. Like at the start of the game. Shujen Tatsu is his name in Japanese. Who was that village? What name? Oh, Yuanda Zoo. Shujen Tatsu. That's what you're saying.
Ah.
Thought you two would be pros at this. I know, Rennes.
I know.
We should. I thought I had this on my head. But it's still very, very complicated.
Right, I've got something I might be able to use. Hang on, just give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, no rush, man.
Let's download this.
Chanson says we get in Sonic Cross Worlds.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right, let's just pop that on my desktop.
Shenmue Village says, I've done this so many times that I have it all remembered. What do we have to do then, Village? What are we missing? You talked to Eileen before all of this. I mean, we did talk to Eileen a few times. Are they not in the diner? No, we looked in the diner. They're on the first table on the left in there, which was empty then. That is true. I do wonder. I guess we must have messed up, Matt, by doing the...
We've cocked up somewhere.
The Chowan sign.
But let's...
The Blue Sky Garden Chowan sign.
Let me
That
see.
does vaguely ring a bell, you know, that is like, do not do that.
And we went and did it. Whoops.
So yeah, we're trying to trigger the Fang Mei birthday event, Lime, which we semi sort of did. We just didn't do. We did something wrong in the process. We got the birthday present, but at the time I was like, "How have you got the birthday present when you don't even know it's a birthday yet?"
Program files.
I did start to have my doubts then, actually.
Steam apps. Common. Shenmue. Where's Shenmue 1 and 2? You bugger. Or is it on my other drive?
What, you're looking for the save folder?
Yeah, it's alright. I'm just finding.
Lime says if you don't trigger it, there will be no Shenmue 4. No pressure.
Oh, that's alright. We'll be alright. We'll get there. We'll get there. I just need to find.
Shenmue 4 is in your hands.
I just need to find the right user data for Shenmue now. This is easier said than done on a computer. Because there's a save folder for it. Because then I can just drop them in. That's not it. Sorry, I am getting.
Can you hear an awful lot of clicking?
There we go. Found the save. Right. So game data. So I need to delete that one, and then I need to go in here. I need to copy in this one.
What do you think you're getting with the save, Matt? Is this like
So I've got
a specific day?
So on my computer, I've got a bunch of Shenmue 2 saves. So I've got one just before.
Chowan's on.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop the game. Because I may have just done something in the background. Any cloud status checking, that's fine. Let me just... Oh, go away.
Do, 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 do. Hey, KNK, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you at Gamescom, like in person as well.
Let me just have...
Had a fun little chat.
Oh, sorry,
It was actually me and Flag. Had a little chat with KNK at Gamescom.
Having a bit of a twat moment. That's fine. I can deal with that in a minute.
Guess the tweet is over, right? Did you actually see yourself in the background, by the way, of the interview video? It was quite funny because obviously I had my back to you. So seeing the footage back now, I can like see you sort of journey down the escalator, walking around behind me. And then literally that was as we'd stopped recording. It was quite funny how that worked out.
Let's use my local save and see what that does. Hopefully it's dropped in. Let's see how this goes.
Fingers crossed. Let's see.
Then I've got to work out where exactly I am, but...
And date. Do we not know what date it is or? March the 4th.
Ah, brilliant. So I'm on March the 3rd here, so I reckon we can do it. Oh, it's literally just outside.
What's this for?
Fang Mei's birthday, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so you've actually got a save at the scene. Okay, there we go.
I've cheated, but we got there.
I was expecting to be harder than that, Matt. That's sly look from you.
Should have done this originally.
You should have actually. We played for like 4 streams worth to get to this point, and you've just downloaded it.
Ah, it's all good fun.
I mean, technically, this is all what we were trying to do on it. We walked to the room for this to trigger, and it didn't trigger. Do we know when Shuing's birthday is then? If Fang Mei's looking at presents for her.
I'd have to look at the wiki.
Quick look.
Right, so that's completed that.
May the 24th. So it kind of does
well
work
off,
in a
yeah.
sense. Well, she's like looking 2 months in advance, is she?
She is. Dojang Diner, right.
So-
Let's progress this and do this other scene then.
Go back.
Yeah?
That said Blue Sky Gardens, right? Or Blue Sky in your notepad.
Yes.
So does that mean this person that did the save did the Blue Sky? Because it says try elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, my headphones
So then-
got low battery. I might have to swap an ear out for a minute. Let it charge.
So yeah, so that's just confused me.
But anyway, we've got it.
Got it. But do you know what I mean, Matt? That's confused me now because we thought we'd messed up because we went to Blue Sky Gardens and did the Chowan sign there. But then in Rio's notebook, it says Blue Sky, try elsewhere, as in he must have tried at Blue Sky Gardens. So not sure.
Right. I'm going to have to swap my headphones
Well-
a second.
See, we did do that, Miraglyph. We did that Blue Sky Gardens thing on the previous stream, which would have been like February the 27th, say, for example. So it definitely was a different day. But, oh well, we done it. I did the shortcut where you get beat up in Manmay Park and Fan Mei started calling me Rio. We did that.
There we go. Right.
Definitely did that.
I can't hear the game audio, oddly, but it's playing.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear the game audio, funnily enough.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't quite know why that's the case. Let's go on my... Might be on my sound mixer, in fairness.
You got a question from Nihat, Matt. Would it be more realistic for Wisenet or in games to release the Baisha Areas DLC, thus completing Shenmue 3? I think they could make a lot of money that way.
It could make money. It's just a lot of money to make it, and I don't think, certainly Inin don't have that money, I think, to do it. It's just my view.
I don't know how realistic that is in general anyway. I think if they were to do Baisha now, I think it probably should be the first part of Shenmue 4, for example, rather than adding more content to Shenmue 3. I think people have kind of done with Shenmue 3. And I say that with the enhanced version coming out. I hope you understand what I mean. Like, technically, and this is just me saying this out the top of my head, even if Baisha was released as a separate DLC and it was just called Shenmue Baisha
Let's turn it down.
chapter, do you know what I mean? Like Shenmue Baisha chapter. If that was released like that, am I allowed?
It's because I've swapped. It's gone onto a different sound
Okay.
profile.
Sorry, guys. Not intending to shout. I want to talk quiet like
Yeah,
this.
you're alright. I've turned. You're alright. You're good.
So what we're saying was, technically in my head, if they released it as a standalone chapter, not DLC to Shenmue 3, but a standalone chapter, just called it Shenmue Baisha, that would sell better, in my opinion, than if it was added on to Shenmue 3. if that makes sense. At this stage, like obviously back in the day, the DLC content would have been good, but now you're talking about adding DLC to a 6-year-old game. I'm not sure. If it was included in the enhanced edition, I think that would work, because then it's essentially saying like the game's so enhanced, it's, you know, it's got more story. That would be a bullet point. But in terms of getting people to buy a DLC pack, in my head, I feel like more people would buy it if it was standalone rather than an add-on. I don't know.
Right, let's see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I'm just rambling.
Let's see if my other headphones are working again. They've now had 5 minutes.
Shenmue Village. It sounds like a threat. If I go to Japan, I might try to find you, James. Maybe it bugs out on a particular day or point in that sequence. Yeah, I think because of how specific the set of circumstances are, it could. We must have screwed up something. I'm not quite sure. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you've been following along with the Fangmei stuff off stream. Like as the VOD or something. Let us know where we went wrong.
So to answer the question about my headphones, yeah, they are like super noise cancelling, really good. Like I game with these headphones; they're really good. I love them.
What are they?
They're Razer Kraken 3s. I got them off of Amazon Warehouse, so they were like 50% off or something stupid. So they're really cheap for what they are. I was well happy about that.
So K&K said, you guys watched the Nintendo Direct. Is there something that you're excited for? Me personally, Fatal Frame 2 remake. But then I did notice that that isn't a Nintendo exclusive. It's coming to PS5, so I'll just get that for PS5. So technically, no, actually, I'm not excited for anything Nintendo-wise.
There we go. Murked.
I kind of want to see that part of the stream now where I suddenly went dead loud. Bash would be a big development task for comparatively little story gain, to be honest. I think the most they could do would be animation retaining dialogue, tweaks to add a little more importance.
Yeah.
Shenmue 3 Episode 1. Makes sense. Very tall ask for return on investment, though. Injecting some dialogue tweaks for importance would be a more realistic, low-cost win.
Oh, my headphones have just dropped. Hang on.
Yeah, so what you're saying is rather than like add a whole new area, instead of adding like a whole new area, you would change some of the dialogue to make the story beats a little bit more meaningful, I guess. Like in theory, you could add 5 minutes more to the ending cutscene. It could take place on the boat. You didn't really have to animate too much, but you just need 5 minutes more dialogue.
Wasn't paying attention.
To
and it
would set up some more stuff. I don't know.
And it would cause the issue of VAs coming back.
Only 2 though. Just Corey and, well, I suppose 4. You'd have Corey, the bloke that did Mr. Yuan, and then the Japanese counterparts like Matsukaze-san, etc.
They could do it.
You could do it. That's kind of what I'm just reading into Mirrorglyph's idea as like a low-cost solution to adding more story. Just reuse the assets that they've got for Shenmue 3 and the animations, and just add a sequence of additional dialogue. I mean, in theory, that sounds like does sound like a low-cost solution. But then, do they see the story as unfinished, or do they just Are they you know, are they happy with the story that they created up until that point, and then the next bit is going to be your Shenmue 4?
Oh, come on.
Difficult to say.
I'm tired now. I can feel it. I'm fucking up QTEs. At least it's not Shenmue 3 QTEs that I'm fucking up.
So let me go back. So I don't own a Nintendo console, but would pick up Metroid 4 if I did. Yeah, that, to be fair, that is the one game that I would get. I was kind of excited for after playing it at Gamescom. That dude definitely did not need to jump through the window. Virtual Boy sure was a surprise, Lime says. I wouldn't mind Shenmue 4 as an episodic game. Yes, it could potentially mean we never see a full game, but the onus would be on the fans to come out to support it to get it completed.
We've said that
Very
before,
much agree
haven't
with that,
we?
actually.
Some
Yep.
people got very upset when we suggested that.
But it makes sense, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
If you want a full Shenmue 4 game, you can do it on a budget, break it up, and like you say, it's up to the fans to support it to continue it.
There we bloody go. Got there in the end.
And then, like we've said in the past, and I've said it loads of times now, once, say if it was intended to be like a 3-area game, Shenmue 4, so like Baisha, Shuzu, and somewhere else, for example, if those were 3 separate episodes, then there's no reason they can't combine them and make it into a full-fledged Shenmue 4 game.
Right, let's scoot through this last little bit and then I'll bring us to a close, I think. So we'll do the
So
joy
Sean says,
bit.
I forgot where Baisha was supposed to come. Was it after Bailu or was it after Niaoyu?
I think it's Niaoyu it was supposed to be after.
And
See you,
Dr.
Renners.
Noglyph says, like have you mentioned Menkon, where some anxiety or have the teacher characters justify the distinction between the two Bajikwan moves. Right, yeah, that kind of makes sense, actually. Add a little bit more dialogue to sort of disdain the body check, the reverse body check.
Like the different because it's a different hand position and something else as well, and the
Yeah.
setup's slightly different.
Like he could have said in theory, or Rio could have said to Master Bay, oh, I already know this move, or something like that, like a bit of a jokey. And Master Bay could have said something like very meaningful, like, yes, you know the body check, but you need to adapt to your opponent. And this reverse body check is like distinctive. I don't know. There's something about it that's unique enough that it's, yeah, you should learn it as well. I don't know. You know what I
Here
mean?
we are.
They need a set of dialogue. Ooh, okay. So get the first QT right, Matt, but
Fail the second.
fail the second one.
Bye, Lime.
But I think, see you, Lime Man. Appreciate you dropping in. Waving to you. I think when you fail the second one, Matt, I think there's another QT that pops up, so maybe you have to get that. If you know what I mean. We should get the frying pan. Quite a rare scene, this. She's calling Rio, so that was like the prerequisite of this scene as well. That's it.
There
Oh no,
we
that's the
go.
ladle. That wasn't the frying pan then. Did you say before that? Because there's a frying pan version.
Is it where you... I didn't save before. I might have to leave it for next time, but...
Maybe if you failed the second one as well.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or maybe fail the first one.
Failed the first one, yeah. But that was the ladle.
Either way, I've got to save at Fang Wei's birthday, so I can just drop in, record that, record this, and do what I need to do.
Yeah, because there's an alternative one where she like twats someone with a frying pan. So let's see. So she's supposed to run back to Mamo Temple in that direction.
We'll run that way, and then I'm going to have to call it because my headphones are about to go, I think.
Okay, man.
Right, let's run back as quick as we can.
So according to the guide, this is how you get that cutscene where you she hands.
Oh, James is frozen. You're back. Yeah, you're back now. It froze for a second. See you, son.
I love that. I love how smooth that was, actually. I was watching that. I was doing that, for example, and it still looked natural when it unfroze. Oh, this is the camera thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is another thing you get missed quite easily.
So, okay, yeah. Okay, so I was thinking of something else. My bad. So really, do you have to do the QT to get this camera one?
I don't know. I think so.
So you need to get her to call in Rio, then know to go back to Mamo Bistro, do the QTE, and then come to here.
And you get this photo, don't you?
And this photo is in the Shenmue 3 key items area, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So, very cool. A lot of this stuff I haven't seen for ages, like, properly.
See if this lasts a bit longer. Rhea looks so unimpressed.
I like little scenes like this. There wasn't really a scene like this in Shenmue 3, was there?
Not
where
really, no.
The character was enough of a spark. Like, pick a photograph, into it. Yeah. So yeah, Glyph said they said the castle area was a replacement for the Baisha during the Kickstarter updates, which technically it was, I guess. I don't know if they still sort of would go back to Baisha. Big complaint to 3 was it was the same arc twice with the same move.
They needed to distinguish it in one way or the other, and they just didn't, did they? There we go. Right. I think at that
Awesome,
note, there we got there eventually with a bit of cheating, but you know, we'll make do with that.
Let me just smash through this last bit of chat here, Matt. So they did Shenmue 4 episodically. They could do the first episode with 50% the game content for $29.99 and a further episode with 25% content for $14.99. Yeah, could see something like that. Pikachu, yeah, that was the voice actor then. Pikachu back in the day. Never got that, need to replay. Shensum left. Can you stick around long enough for the day of Shuing's birthday? Ooh. What's the bad ending? I think
July, isn't it? Into
it probably wouldn't reference Shuing's birthday like it does Fang Mei, but I hadn't thought about that. And that's it. I'll leave it there. We caught up,
awesome,
kind of.
guys. Right, I'm gonna round us off there. Then we're a couple of hours through the stream. Thank you everybody who stuck with us, including us cocking the Fang Mei's birthday. Really cleverly.
We did it, Matt. What are you on about? Nothing happened.
And
what we could do is cut that middle part of the stream out. So as you enter
and then just
Shuing's
pop
room,
it in, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with the stream on what we are, October the 4th. It will be a Saturday, so that'll be good. So it'll be a nice Saturday stream. I'll be able to go a bit longer as well. But as always, guys, hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 on the 4th of every month. Keep an eye out for content over on YouTube with a video out tomorrow. Potentially another one on Sunday if I can record it in time. And a podcast coming out over on Radio Sega on Monday and debuting over on YouTube under a premiere on Tuesday as well. Thank you for everybody who's dropped in. And we will see you all soon. I will take us out to Wish as normal. Take it easy, guys. And we'll see you all soon.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
巡る季節の